Everybody, so glad to have you here. I'm truly grateful that you're able to join me on this call. If you're not quite here yet, you're on your way. That's excellent. You can give me 20 or 30 minutes of your time. Today, we can talk about emotions and what you're attracting around your emotions, which is key. I've certainly found in all my successes and my clients moving forward that you need to be in this beautiful end result with the emotions attached, and we'll cover that more as we talk about it. Because whatever you want to choose to create, if it's not emotionally attachment or full of love and you can really step into it, then you're going to get easily distracted and easily put it even to a different choice or a different creation, because we're simply not emotionally being in that end result. So like I mentioned, I'm so glad you're here. I love you all for being here. I love this group. I love this work. And I love being able to truly help people on all different levels and aspects, whether it's mind, body, or soul. And since learning all the aspect of how to heal from the body's point of view, it's been really incredible working with my clients, kids and teenagers, adults who really come here to relieve pain, just something that's not serving them. So all of it has enabled me to create just cool things. And I just love that about this work. There's no limitations to creation if you really step in the true end result. Whatever you choose, you can create. So I've always had this beautiful heart-centered emotion about to heal people so they can have less pain. And studying it for years and years, I've finally found the true connection that I've been able to get really, really quick results and easy results, even without the clients talking about it. There's a little bit of education and some structure that we do always have structure in all our work. And for those of you that are new to the group, structure is all about visualizing and being in that end result. Having all your senses and emotions in that end result. Where are you? Who are you with? What do you see? And we always have our eyes closed when we're creating the structure, because our eyes are closed, our conscious is turned off, it just can't see anything, there's no information coming in. But the unconscious believes it to be true. If the unconscious believes it to be true, and we're in the beautiful feeling of the emotion, feelings that end result, then it starts to create it, because it needs the next steps to create. Just have a think about that for a minute. If we're in the end result of creating something, our superconscious, our innate self, our intuition, our genius, always has to know its next steps, because otherwise it'll stop, and it doesn't want to stop. It doesn't want to not be creating something, because then it wouldn't survive. So from a survival point of view, it always wants to create the next steps. That's what's so important when you're creating something, that you've got the next thing working away in the background of what you'd like to create. If you're building a house, you're building the concrete slab, knowing that you're going to get to the walls. Knowing that after that, the roof's coming. The linings, the carpet, the furniture, the windows, the plumbing, the electrics, everything has a step. And then as you're finishing that house, you'll automatically be thinking about the landscaping and the driveway, the fencing. And as you're thinking about that, you'll be thinking about the lawn, how it's all going to look when it's finished landscaped. And then you'll be finishing the creation, and then you'll be thinking about the next. The success in our own true creations, which is what we choose just because we love it, is no different. But it's harder, because sometimes we can have different part personalities that guide us on a wild goose chase. It could send us off down that way and send us off this way, because our conscious and unconscious have completely different end results. They both want us to have a great life, but they both also have different job descriptions. Our conscious, it's our ego, our thoughts, what we think about, it's what makes us go to have a quality of life, just have fun. And our unconscious is repetitive in patterns, because it's all about survival and feeling. So if you survived a experience from the past, it'll recreate it purely out of survival, whether it feels good or not. It will try to avoid the ones that have poor emotions and feelings. But from a survival point of view, if you did survive, then it kind of thinks it's safe. Crazy, yes. But as the unconscious end result for survival, that's what gives us longevity of life. Keeps us going for as long a span as we choose. You see, our bodies are designed to heal on their own, naturally. They are designed to heal. And if we have something in the way of that healing, we've got to think how it got there. If it's part of our body and we are our body, maybe in some way or form we created it without knowing. Where does that resonate with you? We created it without knowing. Throw a yes in the chats if you believe, if you have an issue in health, that you may have created it somewhere along the line. Because we have, because it's us. And our unconscious, we may not know how or why we created it, but we know it's us because it's there. And we can quickly remove it as quick as we create it once we understand the power of how to. Stepping the end result of just having health, which is the structure, what I want to create, what you want to focus on, getting the emotional feeling around that, and then just stepping into it. What would it be like? And then we see unconsciously what's in the way. Another aspect could be, are we choosing it? Are we choosing this health condition? Now, certainly in this work, when we unpack with my clients as to how they got it, what's in the way, what it's all about, some of my clients are actually choosing the sickness or the ill health because it's avoiding something they don't want to experience. Avoiding something they don't want to experience. Have a think about that. If you know someone or yourself have ever been in that situation, throw a yes in the chat so we can actually see what we are creating, what we're choosing. Because everything that we've created in the past, we've thought about it, we've stepped into it, we've taken the action to create it. And if we have a sickness or an illness, something's not quite right, the beautiful work in this, the Inner Power 2.0, the next beautiful product that I'm creating, which is just a beautiful creation, or like I said at the beginning, I just wanted to heal and help people. So I just studied to figure out how I can do that. And all the journey with the work I've done so far with all the superconscious work, it's all about getting the mind on board and unconscious on board and removing emotions off and feelings off memories, which has been hugely successful. But now I can also work on the body from a physical touch point of view. And it's been mind-blowing, absolutely mind-blowing. I've had kids the last few weeks turn up to the house and teenagers with sore ankles, knees, shoulders, necks, and adults, arthritis, all sorts of stuff, and being able to shift it really quickly. And the crazy thing about doing the process is you don't actually have to think about to do anything to fix it. You're simply allowing their information, their field to come through you to heal. If you actually think about the fault or the problem or what to do, it's not as effective. You have to be at 0 point. But what got me there? What got me to learn all this stuff where I could help and heal others quickly as a true choice? Well, when I chose it over the years and when I was younger, I wanted to have that beautiful heart feeling of emotion of what it's like just to help others, just to serve others. I remember doing this transformation program a few years ago when I learned a lot about serving and helping others, and I was blown away. I thought, yes, that's me. Then I had negative feelings and emotions that would stop me taking the action to learn what I needed to do exactly that. Until I came across the superconscious work and I was able to remove that resistance so I could step in the end result of it just being okay to help and serve others. And then now to heal. And me and my wife, Kirst, we just love the fact when people come around to the office at home here, we work on them for 30 to 60 minutes, and they leave in way less pain. In some cases, 100%. I know it sounds crazy. Reach out. It can be done over Zoom, and I can certainly do a session with you to remove something that's not serving you. No problem at all. Back what I do because I love what I do, and I'm just blown away by the results. So I know we can remove it if you choose. You have to choose to have a healthy body, so then consciously your brain unconscious can then choose it. If you currently have, for example, a sore knee and you're trying to fix that, then the body's focusing on trying to fix. I'm going to fix this knee. What's wrong with it? Why can't I just run and play and kick and whatever, swim, jog, climb a mountain? Why not? Because I have this sore knee. But if we focus on a perfectly healthy knee, see what's in the way, we have many different processes to remove that instantly. We know we can do it in the mind by giving instructions. We can do it in the body by giving touch and allowing. And that's just finding the 2 points in the structure, the current reality, the desired reality, and then allowing what has to happen in the middle. And then we've obviously got to work on our spirit, too, our beautiful spirit self, to make sure that it's choosing that beautiful end result and it's on that journey with us. Once we get all three in alignment, the magic happens. And it's so cool and an honor to be able to see it in my clients and serve my clients in that way. So I guess how's this all relative to this call? Well, I wouldn't be here if I couldn't get into the emotional end result of my creations. How does it feel? It feels awesome, beautiful, loving. It's just gratitude. It's just high-end love of all things emotionally. And when we're stepping into that, that's when we get the emotion on our end result to create. That's why the universe puts things in front of us to create. And the reason being is Greg Braden, and you would have heard of Bruce Lipton and the greats and so much work talk about, is we have a thought and we think, sends a chemical down to our brain, which creates a feeling. How does it feel? And that creates the emotion. So we have the emotion. How does it feel emotionally for that choice, for that thought, what you're wanting to create? If you're focusing on fixing, the emotion's not a high vibration. It's like, I'm trying to fix myself because it's sore, it's painful, I don't know if I'm going to survive, what's going to go on, I can't run, my sore knees are so bad. But if we're focusing on the end result of running, jogging, swimming, spending time with the kids, the family, traveling because I have my knees 100%, it's a higher frequency. It's a higher energy and a beautiful, beautiful feeling of emotion compared to the other. So that's why with structure, it's so important to be focusing on the end result of what you want and not what you don't want. Because that's when the magic happens. So we step the beautiful emotion of having a perfect healthy knee, whatever it is for you. That's a vibration. That's a vibration that people can pick up on. It's a frequency. Have you ever gone into a group of people and you could just feel when someone's really happy and excited, even if they're not laughing, you can just tell that they're happy with life. And you look towards the other way and you can see someone that's unhappy with life. It's because you feel it. You feel it through your heart chakra because it's got a beautiful span out solidly for 12 meters. Who knows how much further it goes. And it can actually pick up on all these things. It picks up the vibration, the emotions of your true end result. So we just want to make sure that everything you're choosing in your life to create, that you're focused on it in your end result. If you need any help with that, send me a direct message and jump on a connection call and we can go through it. And I can explain to you how you can get your health back or be able to create true choices on anything that you want to create. It doesn't just have to be health. Because whatever emotions you're in is what you're going to get. It's what you're going to create. If you're emotion of sadness, you're going to create more sadness. If you enjoy love and gratitude, and you're focusing on that in an end result of situations through thought, you will start to create that. And science proves this. You can see that if you ask anybody that's in the end result of creating from a place of love, they can feel and see and experience this. And they are creating it. So the first win is the inner win. We must win first within us to then go out and create what is it we choose. Have that beautiful heart-centered emotion with it. But just like a tree, it takes time. Success just doesn't happen overnight. There's got to be a journey with it. You know, I'm talking about a success of creating a business or starting to learn something new like a language or artistry or a musician. We've just got to, like the seed for that tree, plant it and water it and care for it and give it everything that it needs so it can pull the nutrients and everything that it needs out of the ground based on its vibration and its frequency, what it does to grow into the big tree. We are no different with our creations. Sometimes our conscious will give us thoughts and say, oh, it's not happening fast enough. I'm not having the success. What's going on? There's something wrong with me. That's just all the conscious thoughts putting in. We must not step into that and allow us to feel emotionally down about it, because that'll stop the creation. We must not change our attention to what we want to create. Step back into that feeling and emotion of success, whatever it means to you, to have that true end result. Because you will be fighting against your natural conflict of conscious. Because we have different part personalities within us. We have different parts, lots of different personalities. We have the part that wants to go to the gym and get fit. And we have another part that wants to sit on the couch, eat popcorn, and watch your favourite movie. Now, which part is going to be best? Well, both parts are fun. Both parts are fun. It's just they need to be able to work together to actually realise that they both want to have fun and help you create a life that you love. And when they come on board with that and they resonate together and become one, life is a lot easier. So I want you to throw in the chat, what's some parts that you're having conflict with at the moment? Are you wanting to create an online business? There's another part that doesn't want to get rejected. So there's a conflict. Take a little bit of action to stop, because this part doesn't want to be rejected. So it's throwing rejection into the field to try to stop you taking more action in case it experiences rejection. Throw in the chat what it is to you. Throw some parts that are in conflict that you're experiencing now that we're having this conversation. You might want to travel the world and be a free spirit and see everything. But then you also might want to be in a relationship and be grounded and have children and have a beautiful place you can call home. Two different parts. We can even see there both parts just still want to have fun and success and a great life, but they both want different things. When we get on different parts of our personality, we can really truly see why we can sometimes be at heads with ourselves. Stopping, starting, etc. We must set our attention to our creation and then realise all our parts can be on board. We have to experience that. There might be one part that wants to have freedom and the other one that wants to have security. Job, the corporate job, or the big income earning, have the money, the house, have the security. But the other part's like, no, I just want to be free. I want to work part-time and travel and do exercise and climb mountains and travel and just be free, but have enough money to survive. Both are beautiful choices, but quite different part personalities. So where have you got these different parts going on? This craziness, this feeling like, or where it's just not working. Because that used to be me. And I still have to sometimes, I notice when I'm doing, like I did this part session last week, and I did notice some of my parts were sitting over on the couch in the corner, just ignoring what I was asking them to do. So I was able to bring them back into this beautiful process that we do, bring these parts back into a group. So we can have them all working for us rather than against us. It was quite profound. So I want you to think about that. Have a think about that, what's going on with you, with your different part personalities. One could have a beautiful emotion of the end result, I just want to create that because I love it. And the other one's like in the feeling of overwhelm, anxiety, or frustration because I can't get the right actions or information to actually have that. Where is it for you? Where do you fit into all of this? Just have a think about that. What's going on for you? What is your part's highest purpose? It's a question you need to ask. If your parts had all of this, what is the higher purpose? Let's do a little process. Let's do a little process where we can help see what parts of you are on conflict. I'd like you to think of a creation that you're working on at the moment and just close your eyes and step into taking the actions of that. I choose the end result of taking action in this desired reality, this choice. Just choose that. I choose the end result of. And then just notice that end result. I want you to put the beautiful emotion into the end of it of just choosing it and knowing that it's true. Who are the loved ones that you're with? Look at the beautiful creation. Smell the beautiful smells. Feel the beautiful energy around creating this just because you love it. Notice the family or the friends, whatever it means to you, who is with you in this beautiful creation. And then I want you to open up your eyes. Does that relate in any way to the personalities of the different parts we talked about before? Are they in alignment with that creation? Just have a think about that. That part that wants success or freedom or travel, whatever, is it in line with the other parts? Notice some resistance there from other parts. Notice what it feels like to have some on board and others not. What does that feel like to you? So what I'd like you to do is just to put your hands out like this. And these are going to be your two parts. You get to choose which hand you want that part to be in. And the whole time you're doing this process, I want you to look at your hands, okay? As I talk you through it, look at each hand. Don't sort of skim the room and look at other things, because your neurons, your beautiful unconscious is going to see this hand as being that part. So we want to keep the focus and concentration on that part within you so it can really get the best result. And then what we're going to do is, as these two parts come together, as soon as they touch, because they'll just slowly come together because they're coming together as one, because they both want a higher self, their highest point is whatever it is for them. As soon as they touch, just bring them together, bring them in the heart chakra, and just close your eyes and breathe in the integration of these beautiful parts. You may sit here for a few minutes, 5 minutes. Sometimes my clients spend 10 minutes. Doesn't matter, it could be 30 seconds, whatever it is to you. As soon as the parts integrate, you'll feel at peace. So what I want you to think about, two parts are in conflict. These parts might at some stage generally been working well together. They may have been working together, so there was never a problem, but now there is. Think of that creation. Think of that part and parts that are in the way, or some for, some against. And then what I want you to do is, by putting your hands up, I want you to look at your right hand and your left hand, and I want you to choose, stay looking at your hands, what part do I want to work with first? My right hand or my left hand? Just ask yourself, what parts do I want to work with first? And then just look at that hand. For me, it came up with the right hand, so just looking at your right hand, just ask yourself, what part is this? What's in your right hand, left hand for you, what's in that hand? What does it feel, sound, and like? Is it like someone you know? Just look at that hand. What is that part? What does that part mean to you? Is it a blob or an image or a sound, or what exactly is that part? And what is it saying to you? What does that part stand for? What is its purpose? And just notice it. And you can say it out loud if you want to. And then I want you to look at your left hand and just ask that part, what is its purpose? What part is this? What is its good intention? What does it want to create? And just ask it, what is its highest purpose? What is its importance? Just looking at it. And just notice that they're quite different parts. Look back at your other hand, notice that it's quite different. Ask it again, what is its intention? What does it truly want? What's important to us? What is its highest purpose? And just get what you get, receive what you receive. If you're struggling with this and need more time, you can just pause this if you're watching the replay and just keep asking your hand, what's its highest purpose? What's its intention? Why is it here? What does it truly want? Then just notice the other hand. So this part for me was successful business, and this one just wants freedom, but it wants to survive at the end result. And this one just wants to have fun and survive. what are those coming up for you, the different parts? Just notice them. Has this part noticed what your other part wants? And you may experience that, just even close your eyes and experience the two parts, what they are, and notice that they actually both want the same thing, which is for you to have a great life or a fun life or to be safe or to survive, whatever it is for you. And just notice now, these parts are slowly coming together. They're actually getting closer. Ask whichever part of it hasn't noticed already, do both parts know they want the same thing? Do they actually know that? They both want you to have a great life. And then just ask the parts, what's the purpose of both hands coming together? And just allow them to come together as they choose. Just keep asking those questions. And as soon as they touch, you can just bring them into your heart chakra and close your eyes and step in there. And just notice that they just want to feel connected. That the conflict is now gone. They realize that they can integrate as one. And just pour the beautiful love and gratitude for all things into here, whatever that means to you. Just pour in love, whatever it means to you. Just pour it in there. Knowing these parts have complete support. They are one. Become your inner power, combining this in your heart as a new way of being, as a choice. They are now connected. Feel them together in gratitude and love. And just notice you can have everything you choose. Beautiful. And just stay and step into it for 5 or 10 minutes. Whatever it is for you, just allow that process to integrate. So thank you so much for being on the call. If you need any help, reach out. info@gregjonesnz.com. You know where I am on Facebook. Just send me a direct message. We can work on getting your health back, whatever it is to you, so you can have more time with the family, more time outdoors, live a life you love. Thanks for being here. See you next week.